Yeah, it's an interesting situation, Adam. They got a small sample size last week because we did see both Andy and Justin play. 41 snaps, only 60 passing yards. It wasn't a great start for him. Now, of course, the argument was, well, that offense wasn't set up for him. We get to see what was made for him today, Matt. What do you think he needs to do against the Browns?
Well, he needs to show a lot better than he showed in the preseason and a lot better than he showed last week. I know everyone's crying for Justin Fields to be out there. I'm one of the people that think the Bears got this right. I think Andy Dalton should have been the quarterback, and there's many reasons why, but just look at the command of the line of scrimmage. I think that's an area that Justin Fields needs to improve on. 3 false start penalties in an 11-play sequence in the second half last week. It's stuff like that. In my opinion, the hardest thing going from college to the NFL for a quarterback, a young quarterback, is understanding blitz protections, understanding pass protection. And so I think what the Bears have done, listen, Justin Fields has an amazing future in this league, no doubt about that, ridiculous talent, but they're protecting him sort of from the lack of maturity that he has yet in this offense. So now, all that's out the window because they have no choice, essentially. They're going to play him today. But he needs to show better than he showed early in the preseason and last week. Last week, his QBR was 4.4. That's not like surprising to me. The rookie quarterbacks around the league, 1 touchdown, 8 interceptions. So I hope that he's ready. I just think it's very, very difficult to do. Even as talented as he is, I think he's going to struggle a little bit.
You know, Matt, I mean, you bring up some phenomenal points, absolutely phenomenal points. However, as a coach, your job is to get your players ready. That's what I don't understand. If this young man's not ready, he's not ready to handle those situations, my question is simple. Why? I don't get it. I've played 2 rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, but you had a great defense. This is not a great defense that Chicago has.
Okay, but it's supposed to be a great defense,
yes,
Matthew. It's supposed to be a great one. And it's a win now. Like, here's where Chicago's caught in this dilemma. It's a win now with their defense. Okay, Andy Dalton, did we see Andy Dalton play last year? He was no offense, he was terrible, okay? He was much better earlier in his career. I don't think, to me,
but there are things, I'll just sorry to interrupt, but there are things that he is learning that don't show up in a stat sheet, okay? When the Bears fans were booing Andy Dalton and cheering for Justin Fields, what did Justin Fields do? He comes to the podium and says, hey, guess what? I appreciate it, but don't ever do that. Don't ever cheer for him. That's not helping me. That's not helping our team. That's leadership, okay? Justin Fields has a forever fan in me, how he handled that situation. And you think it's an accident that just happened? No, it's partly who he is, but it's partly the hours and hours that he's in a quarterback room with Nick Foles and Andy Dalton and Bill Lazor. Like, there are the human side of it, the leadership side of it, he is crushing. Justin Fields is crushing. Pass protection, he is not crushing. Command at the line of scrimmage, he is not crushing. So I believe they're trying to protect him. That's why I think it was a great idea, but that's out the window. He better figure out pass pro or he's going to get himself hurt or somebody else hurt.
But I'm not buying it, and I'll tell you why. They said when Andy Dalton came in, they said you're our starting quarterback way before they drafted Justin Fields. Now, I praise the heck out of Chicago for moving up, finding a way to get this talent in there, okay? This guy's supposed to be an offensive guru, okay? I wasn't. I was supposed to be some defensive guy, okay? Yet I got 2 rookies on the field, all right? And to me, it's like I'm not buying any of this. Your job as a coach is to get your players ready to play. And if he's not ready, look in the mirror. It starts with you.
We're going to see if he's ready to play now. I mean, it's you think it should have happened day one. Obviously, they bought him 2 weeks of time because of the injury, but still, I mean, here it is. You throw into the fire. What can you do with him? I wish Matt Nagy was a little bit more clear with things. The whole thing with the media this week and saying, I'm not going to answer questions. It's Dalton, it's scheme and all this. And then the PR guy coming out and clearing things up for him. I wish he was better with it that way, but let's put it all behind us now because the Browns are coming into town. Garrett's coming into town. Let's see what Fields can do with that.
You know, when you're talking about a guy being inexperienced and not ready, Justin Fields was great in college. Will we say yes?
Yeah.
When you're a backup quarterback, how much focus and preparation does a backup quarterback go into a game with, Matt?
Yeah.
No confidence. So today, you talking about Matt Nagy. I've been a fan of Justin Fields because I think that what he gives to that Bears team is something they've been missing since your son, Mitchell Trubisky. So today, I look for a guy like Justin Fields to electrify this team, not just by calls, just by his legs. We talk about stealing yards. I look for this young man to come in and be the quarterback that the Bears moved up and drafted him for. I look for some big plays by Justin Fields today.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.